Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live. Number 114? Number 114 for this Tuesday, November 25th. This is the daily tech news show where we talk about today's tech news, talk about today's eInk news, that kind of thing, random stuff as well. I'm here in sunny Philadelphia with a really good number of my good friends in the chat today. Good morning, you guys. Appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and get the air horns going for the chat crew. Being here early, I appreciate you guys. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. We're going to talk about no tech news, really, because it's right before the holiday. No real tech news is coming out right now. I had to dig for anything to talk about today, like I have the last couple of days with tech news. But we're going to talk about a couple of things we got here. We're also going to do a live demo of the phones. They're not phones, but they're e-readers, but they have phone capabilities. So we're gonna do live tests today on whether, how they work. If it's as plug as play as taking my SIM out of my old phone, popping it into these and seeing what happens. We're gonna try it today on live. Hope you guys are ready for mistakes to happen. Bad things will happen. Let's go on and talk about the holidays, like we always do at the top of the show. National holidays we got is National Parfait Day. Who doesn't like parfait? Parfaits are delicious. Donkey said so. Parfaits are delicious. Statehood Day in Bosnia, 1943, established statehood. Congratulations to you guys. Shopping Reminder Day. Yeah, it's Black Friday's coming up. So, if you got anything that you want to buy and it's on sale, now's the time to do it. I mean, I wouldn't buy just because it's Black Friday, but, if you were planning on doing it anyway and it's on sale, in so facto, you do it. What else we got here? I think that's it. For the holidays. As far as random information goes, though, Aaron's not here. Aaron is here. Aaron, listen, I'm sending you a brand new pen. Mistakes and things happen when I get things and try to test them. I wasn't supposed to test on your pen, Aaron. I'm sorry. You will be getting one from Amazon here shortly in the next few days. I'm sorry. I will be buying you one and sending it right after the show today. So, my bad, Aaron. Aaron hooked me up with a Viwoods ceramic nib pen, and I do what I do on them, and mistakes happen. I tried to take it out to see how long it was because I want to measure it for my own edification. It's not as easy as taking the Supernote ones out. Let me tell you right now. So if you thought it was that easy, it's not. Not that that's easy in itself, but if you did think that, lest you think that it was that easy. All right, we're moving on. I'm still amazed. Random stuff here. I'm still amazed by the palm rejection on the Boox platform from that 4.1.1 update on the Note Air 4C. I didn't get that update on the 10.3 yet. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't gotten that update on the 10.3 yet, so it's still wonky with the palm rejection. But the 4C, oh my goodness. They took a weakness and made it into a strength. Chat, have you guys tried it? Let me know. I mean, literally, they were the laughing stock of palm rejection this side of the Mississippi. Now, it's like they're the best. They're better than Supernote with the palm rejection now. Name your favorite eInk tablet. It's better than that. Okay, I don't care who you have or what you got. It's better than yours. Okay, I don't care. They did such a good job. They've done such a good job. Okay. What else we got here? Lives after this Monday. All right. So there will be no more lives for the rest of this week until Monday on the 1st. I may have to do some traveling on Wednesday, so I won't be doing a live tomorrow and Thanksgiving, and then Friday. It's party time. It's before the weekend, 4-day weekend. You know how that goes. So next live will be, and it'll give me some time to catch up on some videos I need to get out. So it'll be a good opportunity to do that and enjoy the holiday. And then you guys are probably tired of seeing my face anyway. This is show number 214. I almost been here a whole year with shows. So I'm sure you guys are tired of me. Get a little break. So that's the thing with the lives. Next live show after today is going to be on the 1st. So I'll see you guys then. I mean, don't go anywhere yet. As a matter of fact, don't go anywhere. Like the video off the rip. How many chat crew we got up in here? I expect likes right now. And if you're enjoying the content, please give me a like too. And if you enjoy the content anywhere along the way and you find some value in it, give me a like. Maybe subscribe if you want to see more. If you're inclined. What do we got in the chat here? Do not need to send a new pen, LOL. I'm sending you a new pen, Aaron. It's a done deal. It's already this decision has been made. Okay, you're getting a new pen in the mail. I knew if I kept it longer than I was supposed to keep it, something bad would happen to it. But I'm sending you a new one, and then I'll have to buy me a new one because I want to test. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta do it anyway. So Aaron, you're getting a new pen. Is this available on the Go 10.3? I haven't seen the update on the Go 10.3. Yes, Dr. Ling. CJ says, we'll miss you. Oh, thank you, CJ. I appreciate that. Applause to you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I was talking the other day about how good it makes me feel when I go to other live streams and see anyone I know from my live streams in there. Because it just, I don't know, it makes me feel less alone in the world. So big up to you guys. Also, when am I going to get that Manta Spine? The Manta Spine is going to launch when the new site launches. So I'm holding off on the Manta Spine launches till then. But and that means I haven't finalized the actual bumper of the Manta Spine. But as soon as I finalize that bumper, Dr. Ling, you're getting one in the mail first because I want you to test it for me and tell me how you feel. I'm going to send 2 of them. There's going to be 2. So I've settled on 2 designs for the Manta Spine. Really the same design, but 2 backs for it. And they feel different. So I want to get your opinion on that. And then you'll be able to keep both of those, whichever one you like the best. You know, we'll talk about that being the one. But thanks, Dr. Ling. I appreciate that. Dr. Ling, we did a live stream a little while back, and Dr. Ling won one of the contests to get be the first person to get one of the Manta Spines. So Dr. Ling will be the first to try that. Actually, she was the first to try it. I think I might have sent She the STL file. But that wasn't how it's going to be. I think she got it all in one piece, and I have a 2-part piece that we're gonna put on the Manta. It's gonna make the Manta way more comfortable, in my opinion. It's great, and it looks better. It makes it look good. All right. Anyway, moving on. What else we got here? All right, tech stories. Let's get into the tech stories. And I'm back. Okay. RAM shortages. Someone hinted at this on a live stream not too long ago. We were talking about something and someone was like, oh, the RAM shortages, RAM has gotten crazy. And I knew that was a thing. I just didn't know what to extent it had gotten. I'm keeping my PC. I remember talking about it on live how I was getting rid of my PC. I'm keeping the PC. I mean, I got 64 gigs of RAM over there. That's probably worth $1,000 right now. The price, the value of my PC just skyrocketed over the last couple of weeks. If I wanted to sell that RAM on eBay, I literally could make 3 times what it's worth. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, what do we got right here? Michael Kreider's headline at PC World today perfectly captures how ridiculous the PC memory shortage has become. Stores like San Francisco Bay Area's Central Computers are beginning to sell RAM at market prices, like you'd pay for the catch of the day at a seafood restaurant, which I think was a weird analogy, but moving on. Costs are fluctuating daily as manufacturers and distributors adjust to limited supply and high demand, reads a message posted on the store's display case, as spotted by Steve Lin. Because of this, we can't display fixed prices at this point, which they're not even displaying prices for RAM on the store shelves in some places. And here we go. Here we got a, this looks like an X post. I had to hear about the rapid increase in RAM prices. I had heard about the rapid increase in RAM prices, but apparently the market is so volatile that Central Computers stopped printing price tags. Yeah, it's when it gets like that, I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad on par with how bad things were when, like I said before, the Bitcoin mining started to get big, and then GPU prices skyrocketed for a little while back there, and you couldn't get certain GPUs. So, yeah, I thought that was, and then the pandemic hit and affected everything. So, I thought it was along those lines, but this seems to be even much worse than that. At least we had prices; they were inflated, but at least we saw what they were. Micro Center is apparently doing the same thing due to market volatility. We ask that you please see a sales associate for price, says one of the associates at Micro Center, reads an in-store message captured by a Redditor. It's hard to overstate just how quickly the RAM crush is changing the affordability of computers. It might soon impact other realms as well, as everything from game consoles to smartphones require RAM to function. So everything we use requires RAM. Yeah, eInk devices. Listen, you make the Palma 2 Pro might be an outlier. That might be the last eInk device we see with 8 gigabytes of RAM in it. I mean, what came out? What came out after the Palma 2 Pro? I think no, they came out at the same time. They didn't put 8 gigabytes of RAM in the Note Air 4C. I mean, Note Air 5C. So that might be a foreboding of what's to come, or foreshadowing. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. They should use eInk price tags, says CJ. Right, one day, CJ. It wouldn't matter. They'd have the eInk price tags, and those price tags would be blank. They would say, "See a sales associate." Oh man. But what else we got here? Speaking of shortages, there's been a hard time getting Supernote nibs too. So I know there's a few orders that I'm waiting to get Supernote nibs from. So if you're one of those people and you're watching the show today, orders will go out right after Thanksgiving, because that's when they've been guaranteed to me. So hopefully that holds true. But it's been an ordeal over the last week or two. What else we got here? Spotify price increases. So let's take a look at if you got Spotify as a subscription to your music for your music service. There's going to be a increase that's been talked about. Let's look at the details here. Spotify is already planning its next price increase according to a new report. The company previously raised prices for subscribers in the U.S. last year. In several other markets, Spotify hiked prices in August. According to the Financial Times, Spotify is planning to raise the price for subscribers in the U.S. during the first quarter of 2026. The report cites 3 people familiar with the planned price increase. The FT highlights pressure from major record labels on both Apple and Spotify to raise streaming music subscription prices. Labels are apparently unhappy with the cost of music services not increasing with inflation. Apple Music and Spotify being priced well below Netflix is another issue for the labels, according to the Post. Right now, Spotify Premium currently costs $11.99 in the U.S. and Apple Music goes for $10.99. So you're probably looking at another $1 increase, maybe coming up to, I would say $2. No, $1 maybe. You're probably going to see $1. They haven't talked about what the pricing is going to be, but they have pretty much all but guaranteed that this price increase is coming next year. So interesting. Okay. All right. What else we got here? Currently, we have Notebook LM and Gemini cross-platform cross-platform. There we go. Cross-platform compatibility. So if you're in Notebook LM, you get access to Gemini. Now they're going to make it so that if you're in Gemini, you get access to Notebook LM features. I have thought about them just saying, you know what, let's just make one big AI app and have all the features in that one app. Why are they all fragmented and splintered off? This is probably a step in that direction. So let's take a look and see what we got here. The article, Google is hard at work bringing Gemini to different sites. In addition to being available on various forms of hardware, Gemini also crept into other locations such as Google Photos and Messages beyond the Google app. And maybe they should just have all apps have all features of Gemini. Yeah. At the same time, Gemini lets you perform actions using other apps such as tasks or maps, and it may soon expand to one of the most useful AI tools Google has ever delivered to the public, and they're talking about Notebook LM. Google may be working to close the gap between Gemini and Notebook LM soon, allowing users to import notebooks into the chatbot, according to findings by Alexei Shabanov. Let's try that again. Alexei Shabanov. Okay, we got it. At Testing Catalog. Google may soon add Notebook LM to the list of connected apps supported by Gemini. And here's a little screenshot of what this looks like here. We can't enlarge that, can we? And if I did, it would go out of the screen, so never mind. This is an idea of what it would look like here. Like I said, I think they should just bring all the functionality everywhere. If you're in any app in Google, it should just have all functionality. But that's just how I see it. Okay, all right. That is all of the tech news we have today, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and talk about some e-ink, shall we? Okay, that's how I see it happening in my head. All right, we'll get it that way one day. All right, going to the e-ink segment of the show. What do we have? First thing I want to talk about is Senior Dave at, I want to get it right. Senior David at Tablet Tech. Senior David at Tablet Tech. I read it wrong, but I wrote it right. Okay. So the other day we talked about a video. Can we get this video up here? The other day we talked about this video right here from Dave at Tablet Tech, talking about his 10 favorite devices and why he conspicuously left Viwoods off of his top 10 list. I thought that was irreparable. It needed to be reprimanded. No. But he responded in the Discord. By the way, link for the Discord in the description of this video if you want to join. There's an invite there for you. You join the conversation. Even I think me and Dave's gonna do a collab video talking about this very topic. Maybe not this very topic, maybe a few topics, but we're gonna do a collab. We talked about it already. Through any event, this is very interesting. So he left it off there and then wanted to give me some reasons why he left Viwoods off the list, and that stinking nasty piece of trash garbage, that caca, also known as the iFly Tech AI Baba Madoodle. I don't even care what it's called. Trash. But he was letting me know why he felt that way. So let's take a look here. Can we show this? Let's see if I can get this up here. Oh boy, can we get it up? I think we can get it up. Bam. Okay. All right. So I wonder if I can pull this up here, what it would look like. Okay. No, we won't. Oh, all right. So I'll just read it off. I'll read off what Dave said. So actually no, we gotta have this. I'm gonna just make this big as I can here. Okay. Bam. Bam. That works. Okay. All right. So what we got here? Let's listen. I needed new sound effects for this. My normal sound my normal sound effects just would not cut it. It just would not. Oh, can I put this up here? I can. Perfect. Okay, so my normal sound effects just would not cut it for this. So let's get it here. Where we at? Okay, there we go. So Dave says, at Rod, here's some of the content for your show today around why I left Viwoods out of my top 10. Sorry I can't join you live, but work prevents it. No worries, Dave. I appreciate you even replying. Viwoods was definitely in it in the next group of 2 or 3 devices for sure. But the reason one he left the Viwoods off was they have no app to sync to or to access your files from other devices. Okay. I mean, I'm like, shot number 1 for Dave. I can get that. They have no app to sync I mean, that just no syncing app is a bummer. Okay, I will give him that. I will give him that. Such as your phone or laptop, like every other device on the market, including iFlyTech. Okay, I give you that. He goes on to say, sure, you can export your notes as PDFs, but not at the same time. So I'm like, what? I get all of that, Dave. I'm with you on that 100%. Reason 2, though, if you own both the AI paper and the mini, there's no way to sync them with each other. I don't even have a rebuttal for that. That's I can't say anything about that. So okay, cool. They're just two independent devices that won't work with each other. They might as well be from two different companies. iFlyTech will do sync. Reason 3, AI is the special power of both devices, especially the ability to record meetings and then extract meeting notes or summaries. The Viwoods will only record 10 minutes. How many meetings do you go to that are 10 minutes, he says? Adds insult to injury right there. I don't, Dave. I don't go to any meetings that are, you're right. I can't, I have nothing to say about that point either. Okay, we going on. What number are we at? Number 3. No, we just did number 3. The Viwoods will only record 10 minutes. How many meetings? Okay, I have not found a limit on the iFlyTech yet. So reason 4, the only way you can search your handwritten notes on the Viwoods is by tags. What? I don't even know. You got me. I mean, it's like remarkable, right? Okay. On the iFlyTech, you can search actual handwriting and tags. Reason 5, the only organization features of the Viwoods is tags. He hit me with tags twice. He hit me with the tags 2 times. On the iFlyTech, you have tags. You can capture to-dos from your handwriting, stars to highlight and remember, similar to Supernote, create tiles, headers, or outlines. All that from the top of my head. Happy discussions. I should have had a mic drop soundbite. He's like, I can't wait to watch the replay. You killed it, Dave. You killed it. There's nothing I can say to that. I wanted to come on here and say something. I didn't even read all of it until I came on live. I'm like, okay, I'm going to save it to live. There's nothing I can say. You killed it, Dave. Dave killed it. Dave literally, he literally hammered it to death. He killed it. I agree with everything you just said. I agree with everything you just said, Dave. I agree with everything. Oh, was the sound effect too loud? I needed that new sound effect for Dave today. Oh, what? But you know what? I agree with everything Dave just said. But guess what, Dave? I don't care. There's no way the iFlyTech should be on the list and the Viwoods isn't. No way. No way. That's sacrilegious, Dave. That's sacrilegious. We'll talk about it on our collab video. We'll talk about it. That not loud is unexpected. I needed to emphasize Dave's. I needed a soundbite that captured Dave's angst in this response. So we had to go with that. Oh man. Let me move this over here. What do we got in the chat? Now I gotta make this small again. To be fair, it's Dave's preference and what works for him. Yep, yeah, Alex Pitt, I agree. But guess what? There's no way that despite those shortcomings, the Remarkables on his list, they suffer from the same thing. There's no way the Viwoods, Dave was podding. Dave was trying to create controversy. He said, "Is it me or is Rod emitting a low thud when he finishes a sentence?" That was me putting emphasis. Your iFly Tech take might be wrong, Rod. No, it's not, Aaron. Listen, the iFly Tech. All right, even if it's good, there's no way that iFly Tech should be on anyone's list and the Viwoods AI paper is not. Right? I mean, it suffers. To me, it suffers from the same drawbacks as the Remarkable, but it's more functional than the Remarkable. Well, no, the syncing thing. Okay, never mind. The syncing, okay, I get it. That's the point. I can't. That point right there is what word am I looking for? Is I don't know. I forgot what word I'm looking for. It's in my head. I just can't get it out. But I can't put on for that feature. That's you should have syncing between your devices. Why would you not, right? So I get that point. That's the only point that it can't come back from for me. Maybe you need to buy the new AI Note 2 and see the light. No, that would be buying an iFly Tech device, and no. Now you sound like those Supernote haters. Well, I mean, to me, I'm with a device that is good, and I'm okay with a device being like another device or not having all the features. Hence, I love Remarkable. It doesn't have half the features of the Boox products, but I love Remarkable devices. I have all of them. But I mean, you have to do something else. You have to bring some value to the table. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have all the tools, what value are you bringing? What does the AI Note do that no other tablet does? Because I can tell you what the Remarkable does that no other tablet does. I can tell you what the Supernote does that no other tablet does. I can tell you what the Viwoods does that nobody else does. I can tell you what, Onyx does that nobody else does, right? I could tell you what all those companies do that no one else does. Name something that the AI Note does that no one else does, right? That's my problem with it. That and the fact that it's coming from a company called iFly Tech. I fly you. Irrefutable. There we go. There we go. She, thank you. Irrefutable. She ain't be saving me on the words. She's a freaking thesaurus, dictionary, and encyclopedia all in one. I mean, to be fair, AI Note 2 and AI Paper work the same. So if AI Paper is good, so is the AI Note. Well, with the exception of the syncing, right? Like that's the only thing, like Sheen just pointed out, that's the only irrefutable thing right there. I can't refute that. AI Note device voice recording is best in eInk. It could be, but you know who has the best handwriting recognition in eInk? Onyx. Even if I can't read my own writing, somehow it knows what I meant and it does it correctly. I don't like it's beyond me how they do it. It's magic. Someone's in my house who works for Onyx looking over my shoulder like, oh, this is what he meant. And he types it to the servers and it comes down. Okay, what else we got here? All right, we got Dave's rebuttal there. Good rebuttal, Dave. Just to close that off, every point Dave made, valid. There's only one thing that I can't refute, right, is the syncing thing. Everything else I have a rebuttal for, but it's a valid point he's making. But I don't have a rebuttal for that syncing. Irrefutable evidence of it being better. But still, I think the Viwoods deserve to be on any top 10 list, in my opinion. All right, what else we got here? Boox Palma 2 Pro impressions. Let's talk about these, and then we're going to do a live demo of me putting my SIM card into this device. So let's check this out. So we have we got the Palma 2 Pro right here. And I've gotten my messages and stuff working on here. And we've also got, I don't have phone working on here yet. But let's talk about some of the impressions I have about this device before we pop the SIM in and see exactly what happens. For science. We're going to do it for science. I think the battery life is really good. The battery obviously is better on this device than it is. I think it has a bigger battery in here than the Viwoods Reader does on here. Although I do love how light and nice this looks and feels in the hand. This feels like a brick, like a weapon. This is what you would use to hit people with if you're out in public. Like this is a covert weapon. This feels okay. This is not about this right now. We'll go back. Okay, so stay focused, Rod. Stay focused. Good battery life. Auto light option, nice, but it doesn't react well all the time. So if you don't know, this device has an auto light. Let's get down here. Actually, can we get down here? Bam. This device has a auto light function here. Right there, it says auto. Can we see that? And when you hit that button right there, it does its best to try to auto calculate for what the lighting condition is. It's garbage. Don't even bother with it. It's going to upset you. For one, it doesn't get bright at all, even if you're in dark situations. And it breathes. I don't know if you guys know what focus breathing is, but can I? Okay, I can't do it. Listen, I don't care what you say about Sony cameras. You can't say nothing about the autofocus. It's on point. Can't say nothing about the autofocus on Sony. You got me all the time, Sony. I know you do. Okay, moving on. It doesn't work very well. One of the things I noticed on there. What else we got? No third-party widget support. So what I like to do to these devices is I like to put a widget on the device, right? You can put, if you long press on here, okay, never mind. If you long press down here, you get widget options, right? Right here. Okay, so you get widgets here. Now, typically how it would happen on a Boox device is you would download an app to your phone, like Gmail or Drive or something like that, right? And if the device can handle widgets, right, you would be able to go here and find a widget for that app that you downloaded. So if that app came with a widget, and Gmail does, and like Drive does as well, you will see the widget here when you go to the widget bar. No matter what app I download, the only widgets that ever show up are the native widgets. You don't get, my calendar widget doesn't show up here, even though I've downloaded calendar. None of the third-party widgets show up. Just the first-party apps have widgets. So keep that in mind if you're looking at this device. That's one of the things that is kind of irking me right now about it, is that I would love to have a home screen with, like, I want this to be my business phone. Like I would truly use this as a secondary device, as a business phone for just business. It would make my life a lot simpler to have a separate device for that, so I know what I'm doing when I have it and I don't get distracted by other things, right? When I'm trying to get work done. This would be a perfect device for that, in my opinion. But if it can't handle my workflow, then obviously it wouldn't be the perfect device for that. But the fact that it can't handle third-party widgets, to me, is a bummer. That's a bummer for me. Jay, what's going on? How's it going? Let's get to the chat real quick before we go on to the other points I have here. And I just plain love the way my handwriting looks and the writing feel on the AI tablets. They just nailed it even better than remarkable. The Mobius display feels good too. I mean, it's a subtle difference, but it affects how you write. I mean, subtle but true, and it's nice. I own both and loving the Viwoods hands down. I only using it for reading books and manga. It's way better to handle. If you're asking me what device I would grabbing and wanting to use, I want to use the Viwoods. Looks so good and feels so good. I want to use it. Now, whether it can handle what I want it to do is a whole different story, but I at least want to use it, and they did a good job in that department. And that's kind of half the battle with devices, making you want to use it, right? Google Calendar widget is available on mine. I don't get that. So I have Google Calendar. Yeah, so I have Google Calendar right here. And when I go to my widgets, I don't get it, but I have all of them. I have Gmail, Calendar, Drive, and I don't have any third-party widgets here. Yeah, I don't have the availability for any of that, and I don't know what that's attributed to. But the fact that somebody has it on theirs, means that it's possible. So I just need to probably try to figure that out. But right now I don't have access to none of my third-party widgets, and that's a bummer for me. I have to unfreeze the app. What do you mean? All right, let's go to the settings and see. Let's give this a good look here. Where are my apps at? Oh, there we go. Free settings. Oh. Ow. Ow. Okay. Ow. See, that's why we doing this. Bang. All right, so unfreeze that. Unfreeze that. What else are we unfreezing? Yep, we unfreezing that. Okay, all right. Cool. All right, cool. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. All right, so one problem solved. Moving on. moving on to the next problem here that we can check out. All right, the AI functions in Messenger don't work on the Palma 2 Pro, which leads to uncorrected mistakes made while typing. So, when I'm using the messaging app, I noticed that when I'm typing, which is not the easiest thing to do on here, it's not the most accurate. I think the Viwoods Reader is a little more accurate on detecting finger presses when typing, and when you're trying to manipulate things if you've already typed, right? Trying to manipulate the cursor in certain spots between words and letters. I feel like that's a bit more accurate on the Viwoods eReader, but doable on here. But one of the things is that you don't get the AI correction in messaging. So that becomes a problem when I'm trying to type on a small screen and without really good precise detection of where I'm trying to type. Things get messed up, and it would be nice to have that AI correction to correct those mistypes when they happen. I would argue that having that ability on small devices is even more important than having it on bigger devices where you have the ability to be more accurate. You're by default going to be less accurate on a smaller device, so having that help that you're accustomed to on your phone would be good. That's one of the downsides of this. I could not type on this. You know, I found myself abandoning the typing on this for my phone because I realized I'm not as accurate with this as I want to be. And without autocorrect, it just stays inaccurate. And I don't like that at all. He said that install Onyx default keyboard is trash. Install Gboard. Does Gboard come with the autocorrect? But I'm using Messenger, so I'm not using the Onyx keyboard, though. It's the Messenger keyboard. I think that's how it works. Let's take a look. Let me go over here. Take a look at this. All right, so it looks like, let me go into one of these messages here. Oh, yes, Jay, you're right. Okay, no doubt. So I'm seeing here that it is it's the normal, yeah, okay, all right. Thank you. See, Jay's helping me out. You know, Jay's gonna turn me into liking this thing, and I don't want that to happen. Somebody bring up something they don't like about this device quick before Jay turns me into a lover of this thing. I need help hating right now. Somebody help me. Please help. I need it. Send help. All right. So I'm going to install Gboard. So I will do that, Jay. I really appreciate that. So let's go on to the next problem I have. Maybe Jay can help me with that. I think that was the last big thing I had with this before moving on. Let's go ahead and see how this works as a phone, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and take out the SIM card or SIM tray. Let me go find the SIM card removal tool, aka a needle. Yeah, your boy got needles just hanging around. All right, so we're gonna use this to get into here. Oh, what the hell? Okay, oh, I'm sorry. That was not the SIM card tray. I probably shouldn't do that again. I probably should go and find an actual SIM removal tool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab that SIM removal tool. I'm not gonna. That pen went through something on the inside. I don't know what's gonna happen because of that. I don't know what's gonna happen due to that, but oh, what? Why is this thing so hard to come out here? Okay, there we go. All right, so we got a SIM removal tool. We're gonna be using this because that was crazy. That I thought I broke something. Okay, so we got that done, and let's go ahead and pull it out here. I won't be doing that on the Palma or on the Viwoods Reader. So we got the SIM card out of here, or the tray out of there. Now we're gonna take the SIM out of my soon to be broken phone, which is why I'm doing this experiment in anyway. Just see if I can use this as my primary phone before I go and buy a new phone. You know, just in the meantime, seeing what happens here. Let's take it out of the case here. You know what was cool is I realized that my Pixel is the same color as the Viwoods Reader here with the sage. I like that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, moving on. Don't look at how dirty it is. It's disgusting. I haven't taken this thing out of its case in like a millennia. Ever, maybe. All right, moving on. Here we go. Okay, we'll take that out. Put that over there. And we're going to go ahead and I know this is a tech channel. I recognize and realize that. It must be an eSIM in my Pixel because there's no SIM card in the tray. I have to order oh boy, that's embarrassing. I have to chat, my bad. My bad, chat. We won't be doing the phone demo today because I don't have a SIM card. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get my SIM card. I'll have a SIM card for the demo because I'm definitely going to be trying this out as my main phone. How? My bad, chat. Oh, listen, if you're new to the channel, my bad. I'm getting better at my job. I swear I am. Let's move on to the Viwoods Reader, shall we? I won't be able to put a SIM in this either. You know what, though? My iPhone has a SIM. So let's see if I can take the iPhone SIM out. Let me just check this real quick. Yeah. All right. So maybe we can get somewhere. Maybe we're getting somewhere. So my iPhone has a SIM. I'm like, wow. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, we're gonna try this one more time, chat. We're gonna try this one more time. Mike, how's it going? Thanks for showing up. We're having difficulties, but we're getting through it. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so let's pop this into here and see what we get here. Nope, this way. All right. We're going to throw this in there. There we go. Okay, so we got the SIM card in here. We're going to turn this thing on. Let's go to the settings. Um, airplane mode off. Screencast printing. Hotspot tethering. No. Maybe I can. I'm trying to see where I would have the option for the SIM card. It's not under network and connection. I'm gonna go to an app that uses it. Maybe the phone app. Oh no, that's one thing. So the phone app that you download won't work. I realized that the other day. But I do have another way to check this out, I think. Rod SIM card fund. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. Hilarious. They could have added it themselves, but I guess they detected that additional integration would have been too expensive or time consuming. Um, oh, I got something for you. The Carter 1300 base K3 screen is too dark, lol. It absolutely should have been black and white, but there's no USI screen with black and white. There we go. Boox UI equals trash. Absolutely, Dr. Ling. Gboard is very first app I install on it. That's what I'm going to do too, Jay. I appreciate that. Long press airplane mode icon. Thanks, CJ. Long press airplane mode icon. Mm. There's an icon for it. Turn airplane mode off. In the shortcuts, I don't see this airplane mode icon. And when I go to airplane mode in the settings, long pressing it doesn't do anything. So I won't be able to do that. Oh, not here. Let me know where this airplane icon mode is, and or button is. I'll long press it and see what we can get. But I'm gonna go to an app that allows me to. I'm gonna go to an app that allows me to. This live demo is real. I'm gonna go to an app that allows me to pick. So. Um. No, it doesn't. I'm not even getting. I'm not even getting an option to. Yeah, I'm not sure where this setting is that gives you an option to turn on your sim. Maybe more settings. Not there. What do we got in the chat? I can see you have cell reception bars on it. Uh, okay. Network setup is menu is accessible if you long press airplane mode icon in the shortcuts. Oh, I knew it had to be in the shortcuts. I don't have that up here though. Maybe I have to add it to it. Yo, I have to. Oh no, I got one more page. There we go. All right, so there we go. All right, so hotspot tethering data, calls T-Mobile. Okay, so I got network connection there. Okay, so at least we got that settled and done. Let's see about my messaging app here. I'm gonna check out this messenger. It's already on. Yeah, I can see that it's already on. Thanks, Jay. So, um, so in Gemini messages, okay, so So there's a couple things here. So when you put the SIM card in, the messaging that you get from the SIM card is different from the messaging that you're going to get if it's connected to your phone. Because I'm getting, well, I mean, maybe it's not different because that is my iPhone SIM card here and not my SIM card for my Google phone, which is what I normally use. So maybe this would be the same. But right now, I opted in for it to work off of my SIM card, and it's showing me a whole different messaging than it was showing me when I was using the actual device. With connection to my phone. So it works. Let's see if I can make a phone call. Let's see if the phone call app works now, because it didn't work initially, or the phone app that I downloaded. So let's check that out. Yeah, the phone app doesn't work that you download from Google. But maybe my Google phone app will work. I'm gonna try to call. Okay, who should I call? Maybe I'll call my brother. I'm gonna call my brother and see if he answers the phone and see how this works. So I'm calling my brother. Okay, so there is a speaker. Huh. Well, there's a speaker here. I mean, there's a speaker in it. I don't know if there's a microphone. Hey, bro, I'm live on the show. So I'm leaving this message for you. Um, yeah, get back to me when you can. This is off of an eInk device, live on the show. How could you not answer the phone when I call and I'm live? What are you doing? That's so important. Okay, bye. All right. So the phone call feature works through cell service. That's cool. The messaging works through cell service. That's cool. And it has a microphone in this, and it has a speaker. People, I don't, no one was saying that. That was the e-reader. The Viwoods eReader. Everyone was saying didn't have that. So this is cool. So I can make phone calls with this, even though you can't download the default Google phone app, and because it won't work. But if you download Google Voice, it will work. And I think that other devices or other apps that give you phone service, if your phone has a connection, will work as well. So yeah, cool. Yeah, Larry's getting thrown on the bus on lives. He's my brother. He's used to it. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so now let's go ahead and throw this into the Viwoods. Since we know we can make calls and we know the speaker and everything works, I want to call someone that's actually going to answer though. So I'm gonna call someone that's available next time. All right, so let's go ahead and take the SIM card out of here, and we'll throw it into the Viwoods Reader. Let's go ahead and do that. You know what? I was watching a Kit live stream the other day, and Kit does something so smart that I need to implement into my live streams. He has like videos that will play when he needs a break and to go do something, or if he's in between segments, I need that. I want that. Like a 30-minute thing that happens, maybe an advertisement for something. Maybe a coffee advertisement or something. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, where is it? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take this out, and we'll put it in the Viwoods. See, that would have been a perfect time when I needed time to switch the SIM to the other device, like a little thing that just plays, like, so there's no dead air like it was just now for like 10 seconds while I've gathered my thought. All right, we're gonna take this SIM card out. How? There we go. Okay. So we're going to take the SIM card out, put the tray back into here, and then we'll try the Viwoods and see what the phone functionality is like there. All right. We're moving. I feel like morning coach right now. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's pop this out. I love the way this device feels and looks. They did a really good job on the design. They really did. They knocked the design out of the park for sure. How do I? Oh, there we go. Okay. Phew. I was confused for us. Does it slide in? What? What kind of tray is this? Viwoods, what are you? What have you done? I can't figure out how to put this thing in here. Okay. Oh man, I wasn't even on camera, so I can't figure out how to get this thing in here, you guys. It's an awkward. Am I doing it wrong? Somebody help. Maybe it slides in or something. All right, let's turn it. Oh. Oh. Holy cow, you guys. Trying to get this SIM card into this Viwoods eReader and 27 people watching. Listen, I need likes. 27 people. Throw me some likes if you guys are enjoying the content here. And also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. Although I will be taking a break after today until Monday, the 1st. So keep that in mind. But we'll be back Monday on the 1st. Until then, the Discord is always available. Link in the description if you want to join the Discord. We got you. All right, so putting the SIM card in the Viwoods here. Do you think Viwoods get the multiple device syncing? I want to say that would be an easy fix for them to get working. They need to do it though, right? I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. What else we got in the chat? That's what she said. Dr. Ling. Dr. Ling, I almost thought you were Mr. Mike with that comment. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this thing on. All right, first of all, since we got the sim in here, let's talk about some of the things I do and don't like about this thing. Some of my first impressions about this e-reader right here is that it what do we got? Some of my first impressions is that the AI button is in the way. So although I like the placement of the power button here because it's high enough to where it's out of the way, you won't accidentally hit it. This button right here gets accidentally hit all the time, and it causes AI to come up when I'm trying to do other things. I'm just trying to grab the device, right? And the AI, and then I gotta back out of the AI. You know, it's in the way. It's in the way. Ghosting is an issue on this device. You're not gonna not notice that, okay? If you don't care about ghosting and you're just used to refreshing like I am, it's okay, no big deal. But ghosting is prevalent here. It's ever present. Not as snappy as the Palma 2 Pro, but it's not slow. So it's not a slouch. And if you're not comparing it to the Palma 2 Pro, it won't feel slow at all. But if you're comparing it to the Palma 2 Pro, it's okay, you get it. But you never feel like it's slow when you're using it. It's capable, okay? The front light is super bright front light here. This front light is crazy. I mean, what I'm doing now, it does nothing for you, right? But because there's no context here with the brightness of this, but man, this screen gets dumb bright. I mean, yeah, it gets so bright. So sometimes brightening it up makes the images look crappy. I don't know how that is or why that is, but it's a thing. So I try not to use it at all. Live test for okay, so let's go ahead and since we're on the settings and we got the card in here already, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for phone functionality. Let's go over to the phone app. Actually, you know what? Let's take the settings for network settings first. Cellular. 4G calling on, perfect. Data usage, cellular on. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we got data on, 4G on. What we got for advanced here? A preferred network type, 4G recommended. That's cool with me. Okay. Cool. Nothing major there. Any other settings I need to look at, you guys? What do I need to be looking at here for the phone functionality? Anybody know any secrets? I've been learning stuff all day from you guys. So yeah, let me know what you got for me. Viwoods Q&A, they said device sense was not in future update plans. That's device sync is not in future update plans. That's crappy, Aaron. Thanks for the update. You can turn off the AI button. Oh, Alex, I will be doing that. Thank you. Viwoods claims multiple device syncing is too difficult because of the sync protocol, which I do not. That's just being lazy, bro. Then abandon your sync protocol and go to one that you can do it with. That just, what are we talking about here? Just use WebDAV like Rada does. Viwoods, please be so. Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I agree with that sentiment. Okay, so assuming there's not anything else I need to do here, I should be able to use the phone app. Let's go to the phone app here. I don't know anyone's phone number though, and I don't have any contacts. So, I'm gonna have to look up my brother's phone number again. In my actual phone. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna look up a phone number because I don't know no one's phone number. No one's. And my brother has like 8 phones. I never know which one to call. So frustrating. All right, let me go to my contacts and look up my brother from the contacts and then get his phone number. There we go. There we go. What number was this from? Oh, it doesn't even tell me what number it's from. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's put this number in real quick. I'm gonna put this number in and then try to make a call. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna call Amy. Hold on, give me a second. That's who I'll call. That's an even better idea. Cause then we could see what the deal is actually gonna be on here. Oh, I should have called her from the get go. All right, what's the phone number here? Okay, here we go. Okay, my bad, chat. My bad, chat. We're getting this done. We're getting it done. Let me get big here for a second. My bad, chat. I'm trying to put this number in. One momento. Oh, it wouldn't. Oh, it won't. It won't go through somehow. Oh, oh wow. So this is odd. So if we look here, we can see that I have bars, but it's got an X there. That wasn't there when I put my SIM card into the Palma 2 Pro, and I was able to use the Palma 2 Pro with my SIM card, but I can't use my SIM card, and I'm not sure maybe if it's because it's T-Mobile, maybe it's 5G network in it. I don't know what the reason would be. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Why I'd have bars recognizing I have a SIM, but my network isn't available. Very odd. So I won't be able to use this as a phone or a messenger device for now until I get that figured out. Anybody else have that issue? Oh, it says Rod, you won't hear the caller. Says Functional Doc. Good point. Because no speakers, so I'll need headphones for this. So you know what? We'll do this demo another time. I'll look into why my T-Mobile network, and I'm not sure if it's just the T-Mobile network or if it's something else involved. But I did hear that other people I think maybe CJ was saying that this device didn't work on certain carriers in Japan. I could be wrong, or in China. I could be wrong about that, but let me know if anyone's heard that. Yeah, so that's a thing. T-Mobile should work on this. That's weird, says Jay. Yeah, that's very weird. I'm gonna have to do some digging on that and figure out why that's the case. But we'll do that on another live. Maybe when we come back from the holiday, we'll have that on a live and I can display that functionality there. But it looks like I will be able to use the Palma 2 Pro as a phone, and I will be using this over the holiday as my main phone. So I should have some notes for you guys when I come back from over the holidays to share that with you. But those are my thoughts on the 2 new portable e-readers from Onyx and Viwoods there. Let's get on to another part of the show. We got best pin for the Supernote device. One thing I wanted to talk about for the Supernote here is one thing I've been thinking about over the last few days is the best, or is this ceramic pen, since I realized I owe Aaron another one. But this pen here, this pen is the Viwoods ceramic pen here. It's a C1. Now, I was going to say the other day that I felt like this is the best pen for the Supernote platform, in my opinion. And not that I like this pen, I don't. And if you're looking for another option and as a Supernote user, and you're like, okay, I really don't like the harder metal pens, this is really your only other option. Why do I say that? I say that because this is the only pen other than a Supernote pen that writes on the Supernote devices with the same amount of accuracy, with the same amount of line width and darkness, and with the same amount of line quality. So the line quality that you get out of this pen right here from Viwoods is on par with the line quality you get out of the Supernote pen. Now, that's not to say that every other pen is garbage. That's to say that Supernote has programmed their pen to work really well with their device. Because if you use the same pen, so for example, this pen right here is one of my favorite pens right now. And this is the Kaweco All Sport right here. One of the best writing and filling pens you can buy, especially when you change the nib out for a ceramic nib like what I have in here. Now, the thing is, when you write on a Supernote device, even with what I consider one of the best writing devices, you don't get the same kind of quality. And maybe this is a bad example right here. A better example would be my Lamy, if I can find my Lamy. And I can't find my Lamy right now. I don't know where my Lamy is. Oh boy. Where is my Lamy? Oh, there it is. A better example would be the Lamy. Now, this pen right here, to me, once you swap the nib out for a ceramic nib, this pen right here, to me, is the best pen on the market, hands down, period. Overall best pen on the market. Because it has a button. You can get a ceramic nib with this. It has ergonomics, feels really good. The build quality is second to none. It's super light. The balance is excellent. The only thing this pen is missing is the line quality that you get out of. Where is it at? Oh boy. Is the line quality that you get out of a heart of metal pen like this right here, like from Supernote. So they have these pens programmed to work with this device perfectly. But if you were to write with what I consider the best pen on the market, if you were to write on a Supernote device with this, you will see the difference, right? So I'm going to just write hello world here. Okay, wrong. All right, let's get a different Supernote pen. Oh boy, where is a different one? Oh, chat, do I have one? Oh, I do. Okay, here we go. So here's a Supernote pen here, and we'll write on the Supernote. And we'll actually, just to emphasize this more, we'll go to the medium line thickness right here, just to kind of emphasize this more. Now I'm writing on this with normal amount of pressure, okay? And this is how it looks on the page. Now I'm gonna use my Lamy with the ceramic nib, writes perfect on every other device, but when you use this on a Supernote, this is the result. So not bad, but you can see the line difference here, right? A lot darker right here. And if you were to look at this really close, you would see line quality differences here too. Not that the Lamy writing is unacceptable. It's perfectly acceptable. But if you want the best, right? If you want the best line quality with a Supernote device, your only option is going to be a actual Supernote pen, like what we have here, or the heart of metal here, or the Viwoods ceramic pen, because they write exactly the same. So let's get down here and take a look at the Viwoods pen. I'm going to write this above the Supernote. Right. and you get very similar results, right? I think they're programmed exactly the same, in my opinion. The only pen that comes close to these two, the Supernote pen or the Viwoods pen, the only pen that comes close on a Supernote device to me is the Kaweco. So the Kaweco right here comes really close, but doesn't actually get there. So let's take a look at this beside here. So you can see the Kaweco is slightly darker than the Lamy right here, but not as dark as the harder metal or the Supernote pen or the up here the Viwoods pen. So you know what I mean. So it's just you get good quality out of it. This is the best you're gonna get that's not Viwoods or Supernote because they write exactly the same. But I do love this pen too. So it got me thinking about what the best pen I felt like was for the Supernote, and then I started thinking, okay, if you don't like the heart of metal pens and the ones that Supernote offers you, the only third-party option you got is the Viwoods. It's the only one that's going to write exactly the same, but give you a different form factor, and you get that button that you get here. So this is the only ceramic nib or ceramic tip pen that you're going to get on the market that writes with the same darkness as the Supernote pens do, but offers you a button. Like you can get a Lamy like this with a ceramic nib in it with a button, but it's not going to write with the same darkness. And that's got to do with this being an art type of pen that's not programmed to write that dark. But these are the only two on the market that I found that write with the darkness of all the Supernote pens. This Viwoods here is the only one that matches it. So that led me to think that the Viwoods pen is probably the best pen if you don't want a Supernote pen for your Supernote device. But you're going to be dealing with, you're going to make some concessions for that, right? You're going to have to deal with the fact that, actually, before I get into those little things, let's go to the chat real quick. Viwoods has good product designers. They have excellent product designers. Definitely, CJ. I really do believe that. Still the only ceramic pen with a button unless you're lacking ceramic tips into another pen. Yeah, absolutely, Jay. Definitely the only option you got if you want a button and ceramic nib that writes just like Supernote pens do. It's your only option. What else we got? Which the Lamy be in Rod's pocket. Watch the Lamy be in Rod's pocket. Yeah. Lamy's line weight programming is just terrible, unfortunately. Well, the thing is with Lamy line weight is just that their range is a lot wider than what Supernote's is. So whereas the Lamy has a greater range of pressure sensitivities that it can tap into and produce when you're writing the strokes. So it starts off really light and gives you that range of really light to really dark. Whereas the Supernote starts off at that really dark range and just gets darker. You know what I mean? Whereas Lamy starts over here, gives you the light and the dark, that range. Remarkable shortens that range up dramatically and just gives you the dark end of that spectrum. Now, that means that the Lamy is better for drawing, which is why I use the Lamy for drawing. And I do a lot of drawing, so I just tend to use that for other things as well. But when I'm on a Supernote, because I don't do any drawing on a Supernote, I would tend to use a Supernote device. But since I've gotten this Viwoods ceramic pen with the button on it, I've been using this on the Supernote device because it's the only ceramic nib you're going to get that writes like a Supernote pen that has a button and an eraser. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's a couple drawbacks here, and these are the things I wanted to talk about here. Only pen on the market with a ceramic nib, a button, and eraser, and writes exactly like the Supernote pens do. This is the only pen on the market that can do that. The Kaweco comes close, but still doesn't quite get there as far as the darkness, line darkness. It's the only other one I'd use other than the Supernote and the Viwoods on a Remarkable is the Kaweco. I wouldn't use anything else. Like the Lamy, I really don't use on the Remarkable devices at all. But I use it on every other device. That's EMR. Downsides though. Sticky if you write heavy like me. So if you will notice, because of how thin, and this nib on here is super thin. I can't get it to focus on there right now, but the nib on this thing is super, super duper thin. And it's a lot thinner than the nib on the Supernote devices. And it's a lot thinner than the crystal nib that I have as well. So it's the thinnest ceramic nib that I've seen by far. That leads it to dig into this film a little more than I like. Because I write heavily, I can feel that because it's so thin, it's digging into the soft fill right nib or surface, and it creates a lot more drag than what I'm used to with other nibs that aren't so thin. It's so thin, it's piercing, and that's kind of what's happening here. And that's one of the downsides to this ceramic nib, even though it's, to me, like, because of the functionality you get with the button, right, and the eraser, right. It has more drag than I'm used to. So that's one of the things you're gonna have to accept if you want to use this as one of your options for the Supernote. Now, another downside to this would be it's plastic, so the design is not as premium. So it's not as premium of a product as let's say a Heart of Metal pen here, which is all metal, or this pen here, which is not all metal plastic, but it offers you some ergonomics, and the build quality is superb. It's designed well as well. So this is just a cylindrical tube here, so it's not as premium as what you would get from other devices. Even if you wanted to go with a Lamy super premium, or a Kaweco super duper. This is the most premium on the market right here, in my opinion. But yeah, so this is the only thing that doesn't make this better than the Lamy for me is the lack of a button. Like, no button is just, this would kill because it's darker than the Lamy. Got nice ergonomics. It writes dark, metal build. It's just really nice. So anyway, one last thing here we have on this is going to be the loose spring. So whereas the Supernote devices have these springs in here, let's actually get down a little bit more so we can look at this. Whereas the Supernote devices has these springs here, you can see the nib moving back and forth because it's got a spring there. That takes a lot of pressure to actuate. This device right here, the spring doesn't take that much pressure at all to actuate. Can we see that there? This spring doesn't take that much pressure at all to actuate, and I can feel it actuating when I'm writing sometimes, and that I don't like. So that's another downside to using this. But if you don't mind the digging nature of the thin nib into this soft film, if you don't mind that you're going to feel that spring pressing down occasionally, and if you don't mind it not being as premium as a product, then I think this is probably the best pen for you if you're looking for a replacement or an alternative to your Supernote pen. This Viwoods C1 is a really good option because, like I said, it's the only ceramic pen that has a button with an eraser that writes with the same line thickness as Supernote devices or Supernote pens. So there we have on that. Let's go to the chat real quick. Would you use a palm nib on the Supernote? Yes, and I have. If you're not going to use ceramic, I suggest the palm nib. If you're not going to use ceramic. Yep. Watch the Lamy be on Rod's. Yeah. Yeah, you just convinced me to get a C1. LOL. The C1's not bad. Thin nib tip, but it's not bad at all. Ceramic tip, button, eraser. You could do worse. I think the softer spring is to minimize screen damage. They don't need that because the Lamy doesn't have a spring at all in it, and I've never damaged the screen with this. The Kaweco doesn't have a spring at all, and I've never damaged the screen with the Kaweco either, and they both have ceramic tips in them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the Supernote ones are super stiff, so you really have to. You wouldn't ever actuate the spring that's in the Supernote ones accidentally. That would only actuate if you dropped it or if you were pressing down so hard trying to test something. I don't know what you would be doing, but normal writing, you can't actuate this. Normal writing, you can actuate the Viwoods one. Like I said, not a downside if you're okay with those things, but those are the only things that would keep me from using it on my Supernote. Right now, my go-to for the Supernote is the Kaweco. I really do like it. And well, I mean, I like this one too. This is nice. They're both light, really nice build, and they both have ergonomics to the handpiece. Yeah, really nice. What else we got here? I think we got a couple more things here. Jeez, the Viwoods C, the eReader C. Have you guys seen this one? Whoa, this is gonna be a long show. Well, it's long. It's the last show for like 4 or 5 days, so it's okay. It's okay. What do we got here? Viwoods eReader C. Have you guys seen this right here? And what are your thoughts? I mean, it's just another color. It's the same as this device here. Just color, right? So I would get the Palma 2 Pro in a better design, maybe. Like this is less compelling just because of the color, the screen, unless they do something spectacular with the brightness of the screen. If the screen brightness is anywhere near what this mock-up right here is, which I know it won't be, but if it's anywhere near this, they've sold me on it. Say no more. Like legitly, say no more. But I think it's interesting. I'm not too compelled by it because I think it's just going to be a dark screen with a good design. And if you got the black and white with the better screen with the contrast is what I want contrast more than I want color in a device like this. So yeah, I'm not too excited about that, but you know, the thing. What else? What else we got? A couple of eInk videos I wanted to highlight on here before we head out too. We got a video from Jay right here that's talking about the refresh rate of the Max, the Note Max. Now we talked about the refresh rate of the Note Max a lot, and we don't know if that update fixed it. Jay says, "You don't know? I know. Let's check it out." Oh boy, can I get it in the? Oh, chat. I ruined my transition, chat. I totally ruined the transition. All right, let's get the transition going and see what Jay has to say here. I think we can. Can we? Oh boy. Oh, chat, help work with me for a second. We almost got it. We almost got it. Oh, we don't almost got it. We do. Okay, here we go.
This that kind of fluidity was just not possible before. And like that kind of animation, also not possible before. The frame rate would have been way lower, and you would see ghosts all over this right now instead of the very, very faint sort of like bare traces that you can maybe kind of see as you scroll up and down. This is much better than it was. Like much better. So.
All right. So
okay.
I'm digging that. I like live examples when people are showing what's happening in real time. So kudos to Jay. I really appreciate that video. I am convinced. I'm gonna have to. I mean, I made my mind. I'm definitely gonna swap this Go 10.3 out for the Note Max. Ghosting fixed. I like the widgets that are on there. I've gotten to the point to where like I've seen the speed difference between the newer devices and the Go 10.3. So I want something a little more faster, and the screen real estate would be nice too. So I'm looking forward to getting this. Thanks, Jay, for that video. Next up, we got this is the video that we were talking about earlier with Dave at Tablet Tech, his top 10. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I have it linked in the description of this video. All the things I talked about today, all the stories, all the videos I'm talking about, all those are linked in the video or description of this video if you want to see more and get more information about those things. Next thing is we got Jeff here with his Viwoods AI paper reader impressions. He got some pretty interesting takes on here. He had a problem with the buttons on his device rattling. I didn't have that problem with buttons on mine. Actually, when I did my unboxing video, which I'll be editing over the holiday here, When I did my unboxing video, I pretty much thought that the buttons were a compliment to the video or to the device because they were so well done. They looked so good and they didn't rattle. And I remember calling that out in the video. So the fact that he had a problem with his probably is just like a QC thing or maybe a device specific thing. But I don't think that's an overall thing. So if you guys know of any or have the device and notice your buttons rattling or not rattling, let me know. I'd love to get some feedback on that. Next thing we got up is that was it. Those are the only videos I wanted to call out there. We had some Reddit stuff, but it's been a show. We've gone an hour and a half. I think we've inked it out. But again, I will be back next week, Monday on the 1st. We will be back doing live shows, taking a break for Thanksgiving, getting some time to travel. I think I should be traveling tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But Monday the 1st. Rants About Tech, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, you guys. Thanks to the chat crew. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's get the air horns going for you guys who are always here and appreciate the show. We got Jay here. We got Alex Pitt here. Coffee's up to you, sir. Dr. Ling, She Ink. We got CJ. We got Functional Doc here today. Alex, I think we said Alex already. We got Rob here. Who else we got? Mr. Mike we got here today as well. Who else we had here? And I think that was it. If I missed you, thanks for joining the show. I'll get you next time. And don't forget, 9 a.m. or Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever we do the show. I'll be back Monday on the 1st. Until then you guys have a great holiday. And I'll see you guys afterwards to talk about Black Friday stuff. See what you got. All right, peace.